So I can promise that this is the last time that this is going to be brought up on this channel. I wanted to go over a recent stream by a community member. I don't want to promote them in any way, shape, or form because their community was the one that kind of initiated this whole thing. To start it off, the person leading this whole thing and the person whose VOD this is this guy.
Let's go. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Your girlfriend's a whore and you should kill yourself.
What'd you say? What'd you say? You know what's crazy? Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at yourself, bro. Look at yourself.
I'll dump you on Gengi, bro. On Gengi, I'll dump you, bro. Bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Bro, Leon, you're about to... What?
I feel like you can kind of form your own opinions after seeing that.
I need to go to the drill list shit because I heard a lot of people talking about drill lists. Okay, listen. I'll literally open my dodge list. This is my server. This is the server where everything happened. First thing it says. Everything in this list is to not be taken seriously, you know, not actually go and drill games, just a place to bitch about your incompetent teammates.
So starting with the throw list, I wasn't even referring to this individual's list. There's a separate Discord server that has people who are paid any amount from $10 to $100 to throw games. This has nothing to do with them. So honestly, I'm just gonna skip this section.
Doing deep dives on me ships was
Deep dives on him and going to personal information. Getting your Steam is not personal information.
So for the personal information part, it wasn't really the Steam part, even though they did go out of their way to try and find my Steam. The doxing side was members who aren't really related to this situation at all and are just kind of followers or members of that server.
Getting your Steam is not personal information. We got it. You said there was personal information on there and you didn't want us to give to us. There was nothing of the sort. And us threatening and doxing you, there's no way you can actually say something about that because like we've never done that. And threatening you is very different. I will open my DMs with you. You asked me to not bring it to the public. You literally asked me do not bring it to the public. Let's see. Let me find it, bro. It's literally, you told me to keep it out of his chat. You don't want me to bring it up anymore. You don't want me to give them context.
I asked you to keep it out of Karyu's chat because he was doing an ad for Off the Grid, and I didn't want to affect his sponsorship issue since you decided to bring it up while he was doing a sponsored segment. As for me not wanting him to bring it up anymore, I quite literally made a video about the situation after the fact. So, I don't know.
staff members to get me banned and similar things.
Staff members getting you banned. We told a person that has no power in Strinova. We told him what happened and he forwarded it to someone that does have power. They do not have any response. They don't have any like obligation to go off what we say. They will just look at it as we say it.
Obligation to go off what we say. Look at it as we say it. Contradictory? Maybe. Either way, it's still a concern of mine that community members do still have that leverage within the community. Rather than taking the normal steps of a standard player reporting or going through the ticket system, going directly to a staff member that you have a relationship with who also is in the competitive scene and has decent leverage, I don't know. Still concerning to me.
What else?
Along with those threats, I've received attempted threats to dox me or pull my personal information, doing deep dives on me, which again, of course, isn't illegal to go look for more information about me, but again, trying to use it in a harassing way definitely is. So for the
Harassing way. I can't talk about your VAC bans in a stream chat.
Bans in a stream chat is going back to the hashtag ad that I mentioned that Karyu was doing a promoted stream for Off the Grid. Out of respect for Karyu, I asked him to keep it in our DMs rather than his chat so that the people sponsoring Karyu wouldn't be turned away by drama.
That's funny, bro.
people that threaten that, I mean, it's going to be taken seriously, and I guess they'll just find out. So more directly, for those who
Yeah, I'm
aren't
gonna find
some
out,
of the
bro.
people that I had to address previous, for those questioning my gameplay, I try to be transparent as possible.
Try to be transparent as possible. I like this one, bro. Transparent as possible is turning your PC off for 10 minutes. Turning your PC off for 10 minutes mid PC check.
So for turning my PC off mid PC check, I was downloading some sort of antivirus that they asked me to, and my PC blue screened in the middle of that happening. Here are the logs on screen to further support that. As for deleting all of my VODs, that's simply untrue. All of my videos are still up and on Twitch. Because I'm not an affiliate, there's a certain amount of time, I believe 3 or 4 days, you can see on screen here, where Twitch will delete your VODs after that specific amount of time if you are not an affiliate or partner. I am neither monitor, so Twitch automatically does that. I had created some highlights of specific games, which continue to stay up, but I have no control over Twitch's terms and the way that they run things, so.
Lying about your setup, lying about that you have a webcam.
Lying about a webcam, I don't have a webcam. I use my phone and Video Ninja to stream my camera to OBS.
There is no transparency with you. You got caught in so many lies that we ended up finding.
I've tried to do this from day one with the Senny, requesting that I do a monitor cam gameplay or a live stream, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
and
true. He
followed
did
by
that.
a more recent request.
He did that. Let me just say also, he did that monitor cam and he lost against bums. He bottom fragged against actual random global players.
Bottom frag against global players. This is a picture of the setup that I was working with to have my camera pointed at my screen. It had me out of the way and relatively uncomfortable because I was trying to do it as quickly as possible to help clear any issues that there were. So yes, I played poorly. My bad.
And every time he's off stream playing against Gangu, Blexus, Asini, what does he do? He drops 500 on our heads, doesn't miss a single shot.
I do play off stream, but not as much as they're saying. I stream relatively consistently. Here are my hours here, and if I'm not streaming, I'm recording to turn it into a video. So either way, the VODs do still exist, and they are eventually uploaded.
By Gengu for me to stream with the monitor cam consistently.
During the stream, during this reaction, as you can say, bro, I'm not even gonna bring up the clips. It's just the way you acted when we called you out for certain things that makes you suspicious. I don't even need to bring up the clips. Someone else can go do that.
I acted definitely wasn't 100% ideal, but again, I was in a call with 20-30 people versus me, so I guess I don't know.
Every time that I play ranked, which I agree.
JJ?
Beyond that,
Yeah, go
I try
ahead,
to
bro.
upload as
What's the same?
Another thing is like he said he was all these highest ranks in all these games, but like why are you like, how do I say it? He seemed to be so afraid whenever he was doing like his grid shots.
Oh, yeah. Again, I had 20-30 people watching me do a grid shot, so yes, I was stressed and or anxious because anything that I don't do perfectly is then taken as something being suspicious or me not being legit. So yes, I was concerned about that.
And he was like, I'm over flicking, I don't know
his
how to
quote?
track.
His quote?
It's like,
So guys, we can I'm not gonna show like, I'm not gonna go dig deep but if he wants to question what I'm saying as wrong, he said that before we got him into a name trainer, he said I'm good at micro adjustments and flicking. And then the moment he opened the aim trainer, started playing like shit, we put him on his in-game sense, his actual in-game sense, and he couldn't perform. He said that he aims with movement. When every single one of his clips in his videos is micro adjustment. Like like if he was a legit player, he is good at micro adjustments.
Saying I aim with movement versus micro adjustments versus flicks. If you go through any of my content, you see I primarily aim with movement, and while moving, there are micro adjustments. Correct. I don't see why that's a problem or how I misstated anything.
By the way, he lied about his sense to us too.
Yeah, and he lied about his sense somehow.
Lied about my sense. I switched between 4.08 and 5.08 and 1 scoped and 1.15 scoped pretty consistently. It's not lying, it's me just having different senses that I'm trying.
Like he probably messed that up. I'm not gonna count that against him.
and that high tier or high skill gameplay can sometimes raise questions. It's really important to approach these situations with respect and a willingness to have a constructive conversation.
Willingness to have a constructive conversation? Bro, you didn't want to give us anything.
Didn't want to give you anything. I allowed for a monitor cam. I agreed to monitor cam while I stream. I allowed someone to PC check me and install different programs to check what was on my computer. I'm pretty sure that's more than most people would do.
And you lied to us about what equipment you have. You said you don't have a dual PC and you got caught having a dual PC.
What they're referring to is what I have listed on my Steam account, which I never update. It's an old PC that I had a year ago, I would assume. My current specs are on the screen now,
which I have attempted to have multiple times and was not able to. Harassment, threats, attempts to harm others don't hurt individuals like me specifically.
Listen. I'm sorry you got caught in a crossfire of what you can call a 25 versus 1. 20 of those people were people, or okay, let's say that 17 of those people were not part of it at all. They did not say a single word. 3 people, including myself, were making jokes about it. I literally told you, click some circles or get banned. I did not add anything. I was just joking. There was mainly 4 or 5 people that were actually calling you out.
That is true. 4 or 5 people were actually talking, but that doesn't discount the fact that basically the entirety of Strinova competitive ranked scene, at least high elo, was there. And that definitely puts pressure or stress on me. So yes, it was 20, 30 versus 1.
And you couldn't and you just sat there, bro.
Sat there. If you haven't watched the previous video, in the top right, the tag will pop up for you to go watch it, but I definitely didn't sit there. I was trying to have a conversation with people, but they were just turning it into an argument, an unwinnable argument at that, as they would just speak over me or yell on top of me.
So from my perspective though, I thought this guy was not legit when I first saw him, and then a city cleared him, and I just thought, yeah, this is fucking God's gift to Strinova. I picked him up as our 7th man so he can learn positioning and like decision making, and then I have a week later where ex Val Pro plus a bunch of aimers that have been around for years with competitive shooting experience saying that you are cheating and that it's obvious. I'm obviously going to side with them when they're giving me the points that your Discord account is new.
Fault anybody for siding with someone like that, but again, it was the way that it was handled and me not being given any information. Any information that I found out about people thinking that I'm suspect originally came through him. They never directly came to me to have a discussion. It was all just rumors. Yeah, my Discord account is fairly new. Reason being, I got banned for making a joke that I was 8. Somebody said that they loved me, and I followed that with, "Leave me alone, I'm 8 years old." Bad joke? Sure. Did I think I was gonna get banned? Absolutely not.
You got through numerous aliases.
I have gone through a couple of names. I addressed why in the previous video. I'll put that back up here for you to watch.
You have back bans.
Yes, I have back bans. Addressed again in the previous video from years ago. Here's a literal screenshot of them. One for trying to fly in Modern Warfare 2009, and the other from CSGO for using a skin changer when I was trying to make content. Again, addressed previously. I'll leave a timestamp in the description.
Your old videos on your other accounts look downloaded.
Yeah, those videos quality really aren't that great. I was using a cracked version of Adobe After Effects, and I really had no editing experience. I was just throwing a lot of presets on the videos. I can show part of one here really quickly. It looks pretty bad, but I didn't have the knowledge for creating content that I do now.
Your Steam you lied about your Steam having private information.
That wasn't a lie. I realized that you guys were probably going to go out of your way to find my Steam, so I removed a lot of information from it. It's quite literally saying deleted in the bio.
Lied about your setup.
Don't feel like I need to address the setup again.
You left for 10 minutes mid PC check.
Again, don't feel like I really need to readdress that either. I blue screen, pulling whatever they were having me install at that point.
And you even told us that you know how to hide cheats.
Yes, I work in esports. We deal with cheaters and have to find how and what ways they are cheating on LAN or online tournaments. So yes, I do have some sort of knowledge of where people hide cheats. That doesn't mean that I'm cheating. In fact, I'm quite literally, and I was going to announce this later, but because of all the drama surrounding cheating and my knowledge in competitive esports of how people are cheating, I was going to do a documentary style video on it.
The fact that it was in my server, and you can call out my server all you want for it being just a shitty place with shitty people in the community, it was not on purpose. The only reason it happened in my server was because you were in my server and you were talking.
I didn't call your server out specifically really at all, but that is a valid point. Your server is a shitty place. It's toxic. There's some less than okay things said, but I didn't mention your server at all. Originally in the server, I was playing Supermarket Simulator with my girlfriend and received a message saying, "Hey, join now." Here's the picture of that message.
It literally was the biggest, that was the biggest event of the server in months. Nothing, that server is dead. And that server is not even a Strinova community anymore. That is my community server at this point. And then he talks about being exiled at one point. We have not banned or exiled you at all. I said that you will not be in the server until you are cleared. I can't, I cannot stand being around a cheater. I cannot associate with myself being a cheater, with a cheater.
Valid. I'm not arguing with that at all, and I agreed with you in DMs. The exile I'm talking about is not being able to play competitive for worry of people throwing my game, like you quite literally said in this video.
Anyway, I'm over this shit, bro. You're going on my dodge list. I don't give a fuck. You can say that I'm gonna throw your games, but I will literally just force. Every time I see you in my game, from now on, if I ever see you in my game, I will be asking for a draw until you are 100% cleared. I'm not considering the Strinova clearing as you being cleared from this. I thought we were waiting for dev answers. The dev said that wait until Monday, but for right now, he's like somewhat cleared.
From apparent leaks.
Brew.
He's clear.
That's what Brew said.
So yeah, exiled is definitely the term to use.
Like, if you do get cleared by the game, I may not I said I would unban you, but for the fact that you could have a DMA and you lied to us about not having a dual PC, that you have a dual PC setup.
I only have one PC now. That information on my Steam is ancient and just hasn't been updated in forever.
Like, that you lied about that, I'm not gonna unban you. You are staying banned. Unless there's someone that can 100% definitively clear you.
So yeah, that's pretty much the video. I just wanted to go over and clarify and correct the fallacies of that stream. But this is the last you'll be hearing of this on this channel. I appreciate you guys for everything and see you in the next video. Peace.